Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We have seen now that Bitcoin has dipped into the larger support zone that we've been talking about here. Yesterday it was touched, and here the 23.6 Fibonacci level on the daily time frame, which is basically the Fibonacci retracement level, the 23.6 of the third wave. You know, we have seen a reaction exactly to that level. Well, that gives at least, you know, confidence. That is at least giving us some confidence that the wave count is correct, because there wouldn't be any reason why else we should see a reaction exactly to that 61,800 level. Here you can see it actually on the daily. We haven't even seen, I mean, it dipped briefly below it, but only intraday, and then the market is holding above it now, right? So we haven't had a close of the daily candle below that. So it's the zone that's being respected anyway. So, and it is the zone that is relevant for this wave 4 correction. It is entirely possible that this wave 4 is now complete, or will be complete very, very shortly. The thing is, because of wave 4's tendencies to extend and, you know, form more extended wave 4 corrections, I am actually primarily looking for this extended ABC as shown here in yellow. However, I will, if there is additional or sufficient upside momentum, obviously consider that all of wave 4 is bottomed. That's exactly what this entire wave 4 area is for, to maybe look for an entry point, look for reactions, and then assume that as soon as we see a first impulse followed by a corrective pullback, well, then we can assume that all of wave 4 is finished. But we need to be mindful it could simply be a large B wave. Such a large B wave would unfold as an ABC structure itself, A, B, C. Okay, so it would then be A wave down, B wave to the upside in an ABC structure, and then the C wave down. If the A wave is in 5 waves, and we see a nice and clear pullback in what would be the B wave, then we can also consider that it's a wave 1 and a wave 2, which would provide the next setup that would enable someone to take a long position, possibly with a tight stop. Then we can look at a third wave to the upside, a fourth and a fifth. That is sort of how it would ideally work. Yeah. And once we have this initial 1-2 setup, okay, we won't know if it's an A, B or a 1-2, but you never really know, do you? It's all about identifying reward and risk and clear setups. So in the yellow count, that would be an AB with a C wave to come, and we could see a more substantial B wave form. These can even overshoot. So just by breaking above last week's high will not be sufficient evidence that we've indeed bottomed in wave 4. But we are looking for, yeah, not exactly. So we're looking for reactions in this region now, and we are still bullish. You know, it's still a bullish market. Bitcoin has only retraced to that support zone, and that's exactly what it needed to do. And it hasn't even reached the ideal target. Okay, it's not really a target, but most wave 4 corrections end around the 38.2 retracement. That's at 55,420. Now, I would get a bit worried if Bitcoin really comes down to that level. I would get a bit worried about Ether, but, you know, maybe, I don't know, Ether hasn't really shown a lot of strength recently. Yes, in February it did, and maybe early March, but now it's sort of not really being left behind a little bit. Solana is overtaking ETH slowly, chart-wise, performance-wise. So that's sort of the situation on the daily chart. Let's go to the shorter time frame. Here there isn't much to add to yesterday's update. So we've seen here this ABC structure, yeah, A wave down, the B wave here, which was probably a so-called running flat structure, which the A wave down bottomed on Friday. Then we had a flat structure, so-called running flat, where the B wave ended below this swing high, and now this C wave down. And we can actually consider this as a 5-wave pattern to the downside. It might have bottomed now. Actually, I'd like to see now a reversal from exactly here. Yeah, you can never rule out one more low, right? I mean, I will tell you about a few things that I need to see really, but what did we look at in the last video, or what did we expect or wanted to see? I shouldn't say expect, because we don't expect anything from the market. It's more about, okay, what is an ideal pattern? What do we really want to see the price do to form an ideal pattern? What are the reversal points and targets? And a target here for wave C, which is what I wanted to see reach, was 61,280. That level was exactly reached. It's the 100% extension level. And remember yesterday, I think I made a video when we were sort of here, and I highlighted I would like to see one more low. And that one more low formed. There was a small reaction to the 61.8K level, the 23.6 retracement, and then the 100% extension level was reached. And we've seen a first reaction. So we haven't even had a 1 hour close below it. Nice small reversal candle, but we haven't taken out any resistance. So we need to take out those previous swing highs, especially here 63,390, and then the next high at 65,760. They need to be taken out next to suggest that we have either started wave B in yellow or the wave 5 to the upside already. So this is developing nicely at the moment. We also see on the smaller time frames divergences build. This is the 1 hour chart, but let's also take a look at the 4 hour chart. Slight divergences building on the 4 hour chart as well. Fighting there with the oversold reading, I mean the 30 level on the RSI. So yeah, it's, you know, we have everything we need to see basically for reversal. The reversal just needs to show from here. Until yesterday, well, until now, I told you I'd like to see one more low actually hit that 100% extension level. Well, now we actually have an ABC structure complete. And we just still need to be flexible, obviously, because, you know, it doesn't mean we are reversing yet, but ideally we would from here. Okay, if it forms one more low, then this would still not be, let's say, threatening the overall bullish potential on this chart. We would just look at maybe 59,600 as next support and then 58,590. If we add a trend line here, then, you know, this might serve as initial breakout point, this trend line. Just watch that. And then I need to see actually minimally, however, a break above the 65,760 level, which is the last swing high, as initial indication that a low has formed here on the Bitcoin chart in either wave 4 in white or wave A in yellow. And then in the yellow count, it would be a more extended ABC. But even here, we'd like to see a more substantial B wave then. So that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.